plays a lot of fucking games. I said old world gamer plays a lot of fucking games. He plays all night and day. He plays his life away. Said old world gamer plays a lot of fucking games.
Hey everybody, it's Stephen the Old World Gamer, and welcome back. Let's go. Oh god. Oh my god, why is there so many bad things around? So many, look at them. No. We're done, we're out. Wait. Almost ran the wrong way, that would have been bad. Alright. As I was saying, hello everyone, I'm the Old World Gamer, and welcome to Quest of the Farlands. The series where I throw away stone. No. The series where we walk, 12.5 million blocks away from spawn. There we go, cover up our little hidey hole, and continue on our way. So yeah, ooh, got some goodies over there too. Do we have? We're missing out on some pig meat. Get them pork chops for us, there, hops. There we go. And I could nom on that myself, I suppose. So yes, Quest of the Farlands. I'm doing a lot of morning recordings for this series. I'm cool with that. So, I was trying to think of some different topics, and, Lomboy's post, if anyone's familiar with him, doubtful, but maybe, you never know. I think it's like Lomboy's post 1975, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you do know who that person is. But anyways, basically, they mentioned something that I had on my mind, which is, what do people still do things, do kids still do things outside? Because to me, it seems like we're almost so used to, or depend so much on technology to occupy our kids' minds and thoughts, and oh, you're bored, here, play with the tablet. You're upset? Here, have some more tablet. This looks really cool in here. Which is kind of disappointing if you think about it. I mean, oh, there's spiders in there. Ooh, spooky. Okay, Hops, we gotta go. The spider was super after us just then. Ooh. So yeah, it seems like a lot of kids don't go outside and do things as much, they don't play. I don't know. Where I'm from here in Newfoundland, I'm from a little tiny island off of Newfoundland, so isolation over isolation over isolation. But no, I grew up with TV. I grew up with having, some video games. Not tons and tons or anything, but enough to keep me occupied if need be. And we used to spend a lot of time outside, just I guess, quote-unquote, playing. That's not the best spot to go. But, now it seems like kids, I don't know, it just seems like technology is the biggest thing to kids these days. If there's no internet, then I'm gonna die. It's really? You can't occupy yourself for a week without having internet? I mean, I don't know. To me, that sounds like it's a sad situation. People depend on technology so much now. A lot of people don't understand how things used to be before cell phones. Once upon a time, there was no cell phones. If people wanted to find you, they either knew where you were because you told people, or they weren't going to find you because you wanted your privacy. And, they couldn't just pick up a phone and be like, oh, well, I'll buzz your pocket, or, You know, look at GPS and see where you are. I mean, there's so many things that take away from our privacy now that, I don't know, it's kind of... Yes, it feels like we've come a long way, but at the same time, it feels like we've set ourselves back because we're not even enjoying other just simplistic and natural things. Like I said, like, do kids go outside and play hide and seek in the woods? We used to. We used to play cops and robbers all the time. Or, like, set up our own little, what we used to call camps. We'd make a, you know, our own little cubby hole or something in the bushes or by some rocks or something like that, and we'd all have our own little spots there. I don't know what we were doing or what we planned on doing, but that's what we did. At the same time, these are the same guys who I used to, well, I kind of started picking up smoking from, which is, I guess, not a good thing, but... Oh, well, that takes away, and good thing I'm not sending my kids outside. I'd rather give them a tablet than let them smoke. Well, I don't blame you. But that's not what I'm trying to have you take away from this story. No, it seems like just kids don't go outside at all anymore, and I don't know, it seems like no one really cares about it. Like, parents don't care as much as long as they don't have to look after them. Good enough for me, kind of thing. And it's like, I don't know, is it? I don't know, just a lot of people seem to rely on technology. Like, when I have kids, they better want to play retro games, and they can also go out the hell outside and you know, as my mother used to say to me, blow the stink off you. And I'm just like, what the hell? You've been inside just as much as I have. Why come you're not stinky? Anyways. Yeah, no, like, I don't know, do people still look forward to festivals and parties and, like, doing things outside, camping, when there's, like, I don't know, we used to have a lot of festivals, back home, too, where, you know, a lot of people would come home if they were gone away and that sort of thing, and there'd be live local talent and, just talent. Period. I mean, they'd have live music playing there all the time. Some of the Newfoundland bands. The beer tent, which is, well, back home, I'm from an Irish community, and yeah, I know. What? You're from an Irish community? You don't sound Irish. It's because I kind of let the accent go away, which is fine by me. I don't know. That's something I've always been kind of weird with, is accents, but. Like, when I went up to Nova Scotia to do French, I picked up their weird English accent with saying, hey, let's go get in our car. And I'm just like, what the hell's a car? Like, why can't we just call it a car? Ooh, what is this? Strange. Whoa, strange, but nice. I don't know why, I just like this scene right now. Hops, get the stupid dog. Yes, get out of the way, you're a stupid dog. So yeah, since I moved to St. John's, I don't really have a towny accent, but I've been able to get myself, I guess, sounding just like a regular, standard, normal Newfoundlander. I don't know, I used to have a lot of people make fun of my accent and stuff as well, so I kind of got a bit paranoid and worried about it, so... I didn't let that bother me for too long. I just let it slowly evolve into its own thing. Now, how far can we go on our boat? Oh, almost walked off my boat. All right, looks like our first day. Really? It's one big frickin' lake. I wasted a boat on... this frickin' game sometimes, man. I like doing the boating things, but they never seem to want me to have it. Long sandbar right there. Sounds delicious. And how are we doing for wool? Could use some more wool. Alright. Ah! Oh, so yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, festivals, yes. I mean, they'd have a beer tent. There was always food there. But, I mean, and again, I'm not saying that, hey, in order for you to have fun, you should go drinking. But, as, you know, young teens or whatever you want to call us, we would go and set up tents and stuff at the end of one of the farm roads that was next to the beach. And the beach is where they had the festival. And basically, we would go down there and pitch up tents, and then when the festival was kind of over, you could still hear the music from where we were, so all the younger people would be drinking at the tents, and more or less, oh god, it's getting dark. Okay, let's set up here, shall we? So yeah, we would set up tents, and we would go drinking, and I don't know, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it really was fun. I mean, I enjoyed myself. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to drink in order to have a good time. That's not what I'm saying. It's a thing that I enjoy doing. I had a good time. Anyways, I will see you all in the morning. And we are awake again. I made my bed, apparently, before I set out my journey, because that's the way Minecraft do. So it looks like we had a fun little spot over here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How does this work? What's supporting all this? The tree? No. No! Is there really a tree that supports the weight of all that? It can't be. Also, I'm glad I didn't fall or get pegged by somebody. That sounds wrong. I shouldn't use the word pegged, because they gave that a weird fucking meaning now. Yeah, I know. Watch this. Yeah, sand placement. Did you see that? You weren't expecting that, were you, Hops? So yeah, no, I do miss some of the festivals. Now, unfortunately, one of the things about the festivals that I didn't enjoy was, well, not that the food wasn't good, but the types of food wasn't good. They put a lot of standard things on instead of saying, like, hey, we're from Newfoundland and we want to show our appreciation for Newfoundland food, so let's put a lot more of it on. No. Hot dogs, hamburgers, you know, your usual easy, you know, easy to cook and please people food. Hot dogs and hamburgers. I mean, if you don't like one, you probably like the other, and if not, if you're a vegetarian, well, here's a hot dog bun. Fuck off. Yeah, sorry, vegetarians. I don't have much respect for you. You gotta stop being stupid and stop being vegetarians. I mean, we were basically made to tear through meat. That's what our teeth are for. Hence, canines. God, or whoever, I was gonna say God didn't create us. We didn't evolve, or whatever, to just, those sharp canine teeth to rip through lettuce. That's what the flat ones, that's what our flat grinding teeth are for. So get over yourselves. Meat's not that bad. The animals are probably happy that they at least have a meaning, a purpose in life to provide food for someone, as opposed to just walk around like a dummy, and that's about it. And I'm sure if there was something bigger than us, that they'd be eating us too, and they probably wouldn't give a shit either. So get over it. Anyways, bit of a random tangent rant there, but that's fine. They happen. So yeah, no, they'd also serve like chili and French fries, and again, all that stuff is fun and all, and I like it. I mean, fries are fries, but the only real Newfoundland dish that they really serve at these festivals is fish and brews, which, well, I guess I'll briefly explain. Basically, we take either fresh fish or salt fish, depending on who you are, depending on which one you want. Now, usually we do fresh fish because I'm not a huge fan of salt fish. I only like it in fish cakes. If you're not aware of what salt fish is, it's like cured codfish that basically is covered in salt and left out in the sun to dry. And lots of people think it's fantastic, the most best thing they've ever had ever. Me, not so much. I really can't stand it. But when they take a lot of the salt off and they mix it into something like a fish cake and they fry it up, it's actually pretty good. Anyways, fish and brews is basically fresh fish, codfish, and potatoes, along with hardtack or hard bread, whatever you want to call it, also known as brews. And basically, you boil it all together. And fish and brews, it's served separately. I should say that we have fisherman's brews. Fisherman's brews is basically all those things, but then they mash it all together, kind of thing. So, like the potato, it's more like you're eating like a mix of the potatoes, fish, and brews. Hardtack, which by the way, hardtack is, like I said, hard bread. Excuse me, God. One lone pig. He's just living up on that floating land like it's his own. You made it, pig. You made it on your own, buddy. So yeah, so basically you take the hardtack and you soak it in water overnight so it becomes soft and edible. And so yeah, and then there's several other things that you have in order to enjoy it. Again, I'm going to be using some more newfie slang here, so deal with it. Fried onions and scrunchions served on top. Scrunchions being bits of fat back pork that have been rendered down until they're crispy, but have like little rind bits and stuff on them. Super awesome. It's also I'm pretty sure that that's also salted as well. The scrunchions or the fatback pork that we have with it. We also have sauce. We put like a sauce onto. Oh no. Okay, we may not be stuck. But yeah, we also put a sauce on it called drawn butter, which is basically a white flour sauce made with like fried onions and butter. And now I'm getting hungry for fish and brews. So, and I mean, other people, if they don't have scrunchions and onions with it, which is kind of greasy but salty and delicious, and oh, yum yum yum. Usually not a lot of people put drawn butter on top of scrunchions. So, one thing that's actually popular with fisherman's brews when there's scrunchions with it is that people put ketchup on it. I don't know, it sounds weird to have fish and ketchup. It weirdly goes well together. It really does. So, anyways, as I was saying, so these festivals we used to go to all the time. We used to have a lot of fun, and God, all the times you'd meet random girls who are only there for like a week or a couple weeks, and you know, oh, I'm just here at the festival with my cousin or this one or that one, and you talk to them for a while, and you even ask them out. I remember the first time I actually asked a girl out for the very first time, and she was a nice looking girl too, like really nice looking girl, and well, I guess she gave me a chance because she herself was actually super nice. But basically, yeah, I asked out this girl, and literally she said yes, and about 10 minutes later, her fucking sister came over and was like, oh, we have to go home now. And I'm just like, are you serious? We didn't even get to do anything. Like, at least we could have, like, went over there and made out for a bit or something like that, but, yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I said, it was the first time I actually asked out a girl, and I was surprised that, like, she responded at all in regards to... Well, okay, I was just walking this entire time without any hands. But, no, what was I saying? Yeah, so I was taken back just because it's like, wow, she said yes, she would go out with me. This is great. So, that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed festivals, because things like that happened. You always got a lot of friends, you always had a lot of fun. It was just, overall, a really, really good time. And sometimes I miss them, sometimes I don't. I mean, I'm sure everyone who's married or coupled feels that way at some point in time. That like, yeah, I kind of wish I was still out there, like, searching for someone sometimes, just because, like I said, it's the things you do along the way more so than the chase. And sometimes there is no chase, and it just happens. Like I said with that girl, like she just showed up there with her cousin who I went to school with, and we just got into talking. I was just like, hey, would you like to go out with me? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, cool. Maybe we should go do something then. Like sometimes it's like, oh well, we can try to, but I'm supposed to be going back in like 2 days. I'm just like, why? Why do you do this? So I don't know. Again, it's one of my more favorite memories, I guess, from festivals and stuff. Whoa, whoa. And don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy with who I'm with right now. I have no issues, no qualms. Robin loves me quite a bit, and that's the most important thing. I think she's also a very nice looking girl. She's a very nice girl in general as well, so I still kind of hit the jackpot as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, what is this? There's like these huge ass, like, I don't even know what you call them, like almost like a mesa. Is that a cloud going through right there? It is too, isn't it? Like those are huge hills that are just there, and there's a cloud just passing through that, and a creeper down there just freaking out. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to go to bed. Okay, no. There we go, and 1, and 2. Oh my. Alright, I will take a nap for now, and I will see you all in the morning. Giving you seizures. So loud! Thanks for the broken sleep there, buttholes. Stop looking at me. Anyways. So yeah, other things that we used to do outside. I don't know, see, because like I said, where I was living on such a small island off of Newfoundland, there wasn't much things in the woods to worry about. Like, one of the biggest creatures we have in Newfoundland, besides, like, I don't know, polar bears, which are very, very rare. They usually swim down in the wintertime, if we see them at all. But no, on Fogwon, the biggest creatures we have are caribou. There's no moose here. There's foxes, but foxes, if you're familiar with foxes at all, foxes will, go away from you. They won't attack you. They're not that type of creature. They're not predators of large animals by any means. Like, they probably wouldn't attack a caribou. So, yeah, we literally don't have anything to worry about. There's no snakes here. There's no, like I said, no actual bears. It's a pretty tame place to live. I'm not gonna lie. But, is this boat? Can I go for a boat ride? Or are you lying to me, terrain generation? So yeah, that was one of the reasons why it was so fun to play outside when I was younger, because we had nothing to worry about in the woods. We could go out in the woods and explore and look around, and it was great. I mean, hide and seek. We had a place up in where my mom was from on the island, a place called Stag Harbor. And basically, they have a place up there that they refer to as the quote-unquote baseball field. Which, by the way, it's not a baseball field. Like, not even close to being a baseball field. But anyways, that doesn't matter, I guess. Ooh, can we go around the exterior here? That would be fantastic if we could get through this ice field and keep our boat. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Okay, can I get through here? But no! No! No. Yes, you stay over there. I'll stay over here. Alright. So, fucking dog, fucking boats, fuck. So yeah, we had a place in Steg Harbor that they refer to as the baseball field. They call it the baseball field because they literally go up there and play baseball. Now, mind you, if me and you went to go there now and say, you threw the ball and I was going to hit it with a baseball bat, I would probably hit someone's house further down at the bottom of the hill. Why? Because now you have the strength to actually hit it somewhere, and if you actually hit it as a home run, you would definitely hit someone's house. Or something, at least, near the house, because, yeah, it was far away, but at the same time, it seemed like it was huge when you were younger, because, well, when you were younger, everything seems huge. That's not a euphemism. So, I don't know, we used to, up in the baseball field, the way it was is that it had this huge, the field itself was this huge, like, open area in the trees. And it was a little bit hilly in some spots, but only like, I say hilly, but it was more like bumps in the ground, and it almost formed the shape of a diamond. So you almost had your first, second, and third base just based on the terrain, without having to have an actual bases there. So I don't know. It seemed kind of fun to I don't know. It was fun to play baseball there, but I don't think I would try it today. Anyways, and yes, I'm probably going to say anyway a lot because that's my segue. Yeah, that's how I segue. So yeah, other than that though, there were also paths in at the back part of this of the baseball field, and that led into paths that double back themselves, like not figure eights, but kind of figure eights, more like figure eight with an extra loop on the top, or like one on the side. And so it was like an 8 with a deformation. Anyways, there were a lot of different paths there, and then each path, like I said, that's where we were building our camps, like our little cubby holes where we would like kind of hang out by ourselves kind of thing, and then we would go, I don't know, it's like we were treating it like as if we were society there or something for like a couple of days. We didn't sleep there, obviously, but we'd come back every day, and we were just hanging out and stuff. And the thing that I was talking about getting me smoking, well, here's the thing. When you're younger, you're dumb. And, and then you know, some people say like, oh, some of the older kids think like, oh, well, smoking's cool. So you're like, oh, well, if I think you're cool, then smoking's cool too. And anyways, you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna do what everyone else is doing. What were we doing? We were taking cardboard, and it was the perforated cardboard. So you take out the perforation and just have that very skinny yet somehow thick piece of cardboard. But it was pliable enough that it was kind of like paper, but thicker than paper. You know what I'm talking about more than likely. Anyways, excuse me. So we go up to some of our, because we have a lot of carnivorous trees. I think that's what it is, like pine trees and fir and stuff like that. So we would go up to those trees, and those types of trees grow moss. And we would take the moss, and we would roll it up in our cardboard paper thing. Then we would use a small piece of black tape at the very bottom to make a quote-unquote butt, which was actually just used to keep the thing like bound together so it didn't fall apart. And we would smoke it. We would pretend as if we were smoking cigarettes, but instead we were smoking moss and cardboard. Yes, very disgusting. Like, oh, I know how people are going to react to this already. I'm going to be like, are you, like, shitting me? Why would you do something so gross? I was a kid. I was literally, like, 7, 8. I also had just, like, I moved from Ontario when I was 7, so moving from huge-ass Scarborough, Ontario to little tiny, you know, where I'm from, Fogo Island. I don't even care if anyone knows. If you don't, well, you missed that on the vlog video. But yeah, on Fogo Island, it's so isolated and so small, and everyone's so close together there that, you know, it's a little daunting just because, you know, again, you're a 7 or 8 year old kid and you have to try and make friends with random people you don't know, or, you know, people who are friends with your uncle or your cousin, but they're not friends with you. They just know you or hang out with you because you're hanging out with their friend who happens to be one of your relatives. Because when I moved back, I had one of my relatives that I more or less lived with was my grandmother and my uncle and, well, grandfather at the time. Basically, my uncle, who is still living with my grandmother, is only 3 years older than me. So when I moved back when I was 7, he was only 10. So yeah, I was hanging out with his friends, a lot of his friends. Well, back home, a lot of people, I don't know, I'm sure it's still like it these days. People are mean. They can be super mean to people they don't know. Why? Just because, one, they're probably because they're kids. The second being is that, I don't know, it's like a phenomena out there. Like, growing up in the place that I guess last lived, Tilting, the Irish community, people there, everyone had a nickname. Oh, God. You did not have to jump down here, dumb dog. Okay. So yeah, and his friends were not nice, and the people from back home weren't nice because everyone had a nickname, like I said, but they weren't flattering nicknames. Like they tried, and of course, it's like any other nickname. You let people know that it bothers you, and they keep using it. So basically, that's what they did. There was a guy back home named Hose Nose. There was, I was actually called, there was 2 different names they tried giving me. One, if you watch Seinfeld, you'll understand, was Newman. When I was in the earlier ages of my teens, or just before teens, I had this weird thing going on with my hair, my glasses, where I don't know, I kind of resembled different people and different things, and one of them was one of the guys from Bare Naked Ladies, and I had another guy call me that. But yeah, Newman was one, and the worst one that they ever gave me was Pig. I had guys who called me Pig on a regular basis because they thought that was funny, or that was great that they could do that, and we're so awesome. Meanwhile, these people are not smart enough to get a GED because they're too fucking stupid or lazy to do it. Anyways, I'm starting to get mad about it. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. It just seems like it's very stupid that you would have to do that to anyone, ever. Come here, dum-dum. Oh, so yeah, that was a more disappointing thing, I guess. Is how people are, I guess. So yeah. Okay, let's see if we can't get this done. So yeah, and in case anyone decides that, oh well, I'm gonna try calling him that and seeing if I can get a rise out of him. Yeah, I probably won't respond to you. I'll probably delete it, and then I probably won't. I'll probably block you from my channel because there's, again, like I said, it's just childish stuff, and I don't really need it. So I don't take that crap from anyone anymore, and I'm not gonna let that happen ever again because, well, I don't need it to happen ever again. It's, I don't know, it was, again, I enjoyed where I lived and where I grew up and stuff. It's just that it could be hard sometimes. And I know everyone has the same thing with bullies and everything else. And I'm not saying that, someone else's time was any better than mine or anything like that. But, it was just, it was a pretty bad nickname to give someone. But I'm trying to think. There's another guy that they had a similar name for, and I can't remember who it was now. Oh, there's another guy they called Ham. Because anyone who's fat, they have to go for the most obvious insult, because that's how smart a lot of people back home are. And I'm not even worried. If anyone from back home watches this stuff, I'll be really fucking surprised. But yeah, back home, there was so many mean people. It was kind of sad, really, how mean people are. And the people are still like it. And not just the kids. Like, I'm not saying this as this, like, only the kids are bad. People hate my mom because she divorced my stepfather. Like, because my stepfather was from there. Well, you know, was from Tilting. My mother was from Stag Harbor. So therefore, oh, well, now that they're no longer together, then we can just, like, call her down to the dirt and make you feel like shit's like... Man, people have, like, fucked up thoughts that they have to go out of their way to, like, you know, hate on people. But, again, it's the way of the world. It seems like hate is, like, the one thing that drives everyone. So, how unfortunate is that? Anyways, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully it wasn't too dark for you. Hopefully you can comment back and let me know what you used to do as a kid. Or I'm sure there's a bunch of different things I forgot about. Cops and robbers, and I used to be damn good at hide and seek. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm the Old World Gamer, and I'll see you all next time for more Quest to the Far Lands. Good night.